Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Game Vortex. This is my reaction video of the Nintendo Switch announcement conference that just aired in Japan not so long ago. I was in a shop when it started. I just completely kind of lost the time there. I watched the first 5 minutes on my phone and then I came home. I waited until it's finished and I'm doing my reaction video right now. I've also done a whole live stream video with live commentary which I'm uploading right now. It's at home uploading. Should be up quite soon because it's a very long video. And right now I'm gonna tell you everything that I think about this new press conference and Switch as a hardware in general. Don't bash me, please. Don't say anything bad or anything like that. Just understand that it's strictly my opinion, and I've grew up with Nintendo. That was my first ever console that my parents bought me. So what do I think about the press conference? I don't know. A lot of people take my money, sold me. I don't know. I was sold from the moment they showed us this video in October, but during this press conference I almost got unsold from the console for several reasons. Okay, let's go through the good stuff. Well, the price ended up being a little bit more than I predicted. $249 we said. It's $300, so it's actually the same price as PlayStation 4 PlayStation 4 Slim and Xbox One S. So it's gonna be a bit of a tough competition there. Probably the fact that it's a new product will help. So that's the good part. Second, the idea. I like the design. The idea of the console is great. The tablet mode, the handheld mode, obviously playing on the TV and everything is just in one system. That's great. Absolutely love it. What else? The Joy-Con controllers. This is positive and negative side. Joy-Con controllers seems to have a lot of nice accessories, nice colors. They also look like they have so much functionality built into them. Like you have the motion tracking, the HD rumble, the infrared camera. I don't really know what's the use of that gonna be apart from rock, paper, scissors. Okay. So yeah. So what else was good? I mean, the price is okay. I'm fine with that. I mean, $300, not bad. Could have been worse, right? But could have been better, $250. You never know. Depending on the sales, you might get a discount very soon, or maybe if you pre-order, you'll get some bonus. Some games that they showed, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild coming out the same day as Nintendo Switch, even though there was a rumor that it's been delayed again. It's hitting that stride. Nice. There's a couple of more games that I'm interested in. They've showed some interesting support from the other developers. Not much from what I hope to see, obviously. What else? I mean, it was very thin, to be honest, the conference. Now let's switch on to the negative side, but this is just my complaints. First of all, I mean, I love when Iwata-san was still alive, I love the directs that they've done. It was just amazing. Funny, witty, so much humor. This thing felt like it was forced, or it's like they've just done this I don't know, 2 hours before the press conference started from the first attempt. Everybody looked kind of grim and serious, and I understand maybe that's the part of the Japanese culture and thing, the way they present things, but where was the excitement and stuff? There was barely anyone clapping in that audience, especially when the price was announced. There was one clap, literally one clap. That's it. So what else? Joy-Cons. I told you before I didn't like the name. Doesn't matter. I love the colors and the straps. That means they're not going to be breaking any TVs and screens anytime soon. I love the rumble features. Having known that there is so much technology in that controller makes you wonder how long the battery will last in those controllers. They didn't say anything about the controller battery. You have to understand that. Switch itself. Okay, we've seen it's got HDMI cable. What else is in there? Is the dock just have an HDMI out and that's it? What about the cartridge slot? Why didn't you show us this stuff? Why didn't you show us or told us about the expandable storage? How much memory do we have in the box without buying a memory card? Where is that information? That's important. And I actually think many people just got blown away by the Zelda coming out and everything else. You've missed the important information. And the thing is, if it's positive, why didn't they tell us? as expected, that I told you in previous videos from Nintendo, they're following the same stride. They are not telling us what's inside this console. We know it's NVIDIA's chip. How powerful is it? How much memory does it have? Judging by the fact that we barely seen any first-party games, like they announced FIFA, didn't show us the FIFA. It's called just FIFA, and they say they built it from the ground up, so I can guarantee you, balls hard guarantee you, that that's not the same like FIFA 17 and FIFA 18. And that's disturbing, because it's going to be a specialized version, and if it doesn't sell or doesn't play well, the Electronic Arts is just going to say, ah, screw it, like last time with the Wii U, and they're not going to do anything with it. So also in NBA 2K18, nothing shown, not even a screenshot. All those kind of like beefy games like we expect, obviously they're going to be scaled down, but still. Sorry, there was a chicken running across the road. Yeah, kind of a problems you get in a village here in Thailand. What else was there? Okay, so we skipped that part, right? We've gone through the hardware. Hardware seemed a little bit weird in terms of the things they didn't tell us. They didn't tell us a lot of things, and like online services, we have to pay now. You have to convince me what is there to be paying for. I understand maybe you're saving it for another time and there's gonna be a free trial, but knowing Nintendo's previous attempts at online from Wii U and the stores and those ridiculous codes that you had to put in, and they better sort this shit out if they want to charge $60 or anything like that, because for now I don't see how I would pay $60, considering as well the games that are coming out. So that's another negative part for me. And the most important, the games, where are the games? The games that are literally like, they've showed us Mario, right? The new Mario Odyssey. Looks cool, amazing, reminds me of Mario 64. I love that. Not coming out, I think, during the launch, right? But coming out sometime 2017. Zelda, launch game. Splatoon 2. I think that's sometime in 2017. Basically, it seems like there's only 2 or 3 games that Nintendo announced from themselves coming out on the launch of Nintendo Switch. That is scary as hell. Scary as hell. 2 or 3 games coming out. Yes, I understand there might be something from third party, but come on. Where is the rest of your studios? What are they doing? At least show us glimpses of what there is going to be coming more in the next months. But even if you look at the 2017 launch up, it's like 3 or okay, maybe 5 games or something like that. Then we move to the third parties. Obviously there was some coming out on the stage and doing this awkward things like Suda51, man, the guy was like, can you please put the picture on the screen? When he was talking about why nothing was on the screen, it's like, can you guys put the picture on the screen? Like, that was so weird. Shin Megami Tensei, when they announced Atlas, I was like, man, Persona 5. I mean, if I'm not sure if it's the same game or not. Like in Japan, apparently it's called Shin Megami Tensei. Here it's called Persona 5. So, Persona 4, whatever. I mean, there's been several, right? There's a couple of more games coming out that I'm quite curious about. There was this Square Enix. Well, Square Enix is releasing as usual. I mean, those games, I mean, take it with a grain of salt what I'm gonna tell you about, but have you seen anything that looked like this console was powerful enough to play any kind of game, technological game? What I've noticed when I watch the HD stream, right, and I'm taking this like even after the stream was finished, what I've done is I took and paused the video in 1080p just to see what the quality was like, and in a lot of places the quality of the textures is really washed out and quite poor. That was in Splatoon, that was in Mario Odyssey, especially the jagged edges that you see on every single thing. It's a bit scary, to be honest. Then we have Skyrim. I haven't played Skyrim, I apologize. I installed it on the PS3. It ran like shit. Bethesda was trying to patch it, then they gave up. They said we can't sort this out. So I just abandoned the game after playing like 7-8 hours. I was like, screw that. It was just a slideshow, you know, I was just stuttering constantly. Didn't like that. So Skyrim, I'm excited to play that, but at the same time everybody's like, god damn it, Skyrim on the go. And this is the selling point. The games from the last gen that we can play on the go, it's something that PlayStation Vita promised us but never delivered, and they are releasing that. Finally it's available, but you have to remember how old is Skyrim. It's not really already a graphically intensive game by any means, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a, I'm not sure if it's going to be that Ultimate Edition, you know, the one that is HD remake. The one, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna buy it for sure, because for me, I'm buying it for Nintendo's games. I'm buying it to play Nintendo's games. The other games I'm gonna be playing on PS4 or on PC, right? Same reason I didn't buy PlayStation 4 Pro yet. I mean, I've reviewed the console, I've played it, took it from my friend for a week, saw what it does, what it doesn't do, fine. But this thing is new, it's exciting. Like, can you imagine if you go like camping or something, you still can play. Speaking of the battery life, from 2.5 to 6.5 hours, let's even it out to 3.5, 4 hours, that's fine. As long as it's not 2.5 hours on most of the games. I can guarantee you that probably FIFA and NBA 2K and Skyrim will be the ones who are doing just 2.5 hours. Because you know that, I've told you in the previous videos that not only that the hardware is not powerful, it's also that it's been downclocked in a tablet mode significantly. By half. All the clock speeds were basically downgraded by half. So yeah, it's exciting, but at the same time it's scary for me because it was very laney games. Again, loads of pictures, 60-70 games in production from third parties. What kind of games are they? We don't know, but what I told you before in my previous video, and it confirms, is that it's gonna be those kind of Ubisoft is not gonna release like Rainbow Six Siege or something like that, or Assassin's Creed Egypt, which that leaked paper with the game releases was a pile of shit anyway. That the Switch won't be able to run that, and no third party publisher, game developer is gonna invest millions of dollars into developing a separate version for the Switch that is downgraded when they have no idea how well it will sell. The install base is non-existent so far. When it sells 20-30 million, then they will be talking for sure. Also, the one negative thing that I wanted to point out is, like, it got me scared in the beginning of the press conference where they just starting to dive into the motion gaming. Those games were like, what was it, ARMS, right? Somebody on the chat was saying like, I wanted legs instead. So those kind of games, I was like, as soon as they started this, I was like, Nintendo, please, no, don't go back. I understand you trying to revolutionize. I want you to revolutionize gaming, not revolutionize the controllers. People got hooked on the Wii, then understood that it was just a gimmick. Then the Wii U came out with even more gimmick that didn't really work out well. Switch was supposed to come out in place of Wii U. That console would have had tremendous success. Tremendous success. But now it's 2017 and we're releasing an underpowered hardware that cannot run third-party games, that can run Nintendo's games, and we have 5, 6, 7 years to go around with this console, whereas Xbox and PS4 and PlayStation in general will be moving on to the next iteration. Scorpio coming out next year, this year, sorry, end of this year. Then PlayStation 5, I think we will start hearing about it at the end of this year. Not officially, but officially I think it's going to be announced next year and will release probably in the end of 2018 or something like that. Or maybe 2019 max. So yeah, for me it's a bit scary. Like all of you people, I want Nintendo to succeed because I want to be at least 3 players on the market. It's great for the consumer, it benefits us gamers, and Nintendo holds a special place in my heart from those days of the NES and SNES. I adore a lot of their games and I cannot wait to go back and play those with my wife and the kids, and it's just gonna be awesome when I'm traveling. But you have to understand, a lot of people who are protecting this, saying that, oh, it's underpowered, doesn't matter, I'm buying it for Nintendo games. That didn't help the Wii U. That didn't help the Wii U. You supported it. The people who said they only buy Nintendo's consoles just for Nintendo games. But it wasn't enough to save the console. Everybody from third party left them, and they will end up with nothing they sporadically released the games, which were just amazing, but that didn't work for them. In order for it to succeed, it needs to sell gazillion units. It needs to sell. But in order to sell, there needs to be support from both Nintendo, which for now looks a bit grim apart from Zelda and Mario and a couple of more games, Splatoon 2, and of course the third party. And that's nowhere to be seen so far. We've just announcement. We've seen Rayman Legends. That's one of those mini things as well. Again. So I hope they can turn this thing around, and I hope they can convince us. There's another event tomorrow. So yeah, another event tomorrow that will cover these games, and hopefully they'll show off some more stuff. I understand they were also probably short on time. They didn't want to drag this thing on to like 2-3 hours. And I wish the next time they would have done it a bit more fun. They should have let Reggie do it probably, because this guy is pretty fun. Because this was way too serious. It was like a funeral, to be honest. At some points everybody is dressed darkly and like you see occasional smiles, but that's about it. I will buy one for sure if I have spare cash. You know, I have other priorities, kids, school and stuff like that. I do my gaming right now on the PS4 and PC. But I will buy it because I'm traveling a lot. That would be nice with family to play. I'm not convinced how to, like, my problem with the split screen gaming is that it's hard enough for me to do split screen on a 40-inch screen that I feel like it's not enough space for me to look into, or I get confused looking at my friend's part of the screen. But this thing is even smaller, and those games that you don't need to see the people when you're like arms, right, punch out, like why would you like just set your console on the side and just go mashing people? I mean, guess the feedback from the controller is there to tell you if you actually hit a person or not. Joy-Cons charging, big question. How many hours battery life left? What if you forget to charge it? Does it charge from the Switch itself? Obviously in the dock mode it will, and in this thing that they have there it will. But what if you have Switch on the battery in the tablet mode? Will it still charge the controllers? And yeah, how durable that hook thing that they designed, that's another thing, and you don't want to lose that. The controller reminds me, with all those attachments with the triggers you've seen, it's actually very nice. Reminds me of the classic Famicom controller. But at the same time, when it's without that thing on the top, it actually looks so tiny. I mean, my hands are not very big, but they're big enough that I found some controllers being too small, like PlayStation 3's controller. So yeah, what do you guys think? Are you excited? How was that for you? Are you excited about Nintendo Switch? Will you pre-order one? And obviously, were you gonna buy one? And what about the games? Do you think that there's some kind of a shortage of games in the meantime? Are you worried or not? And I would love to hear your comments just below this video. I'm gonna read them tonight. And obviously, please subscribe to this channel, support me, help me grow, and I'll keep bringing you new content. I'm just got some equipment ordered that will help me to produce some more quality videos. A lot of things that I need to upgrade, but oh my god. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon on the next episode of Game Vortex. Take care.